Hello everyone, Skippy the Loremaster here. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how you can avoid nihilism and how you can find meaning in life. Now, I do realize that this is a much deeper topic and much more philosophical, I guess you could say, than really any other topic I've ever talked about, including history and video games and many more. But I feel as if it was necessary, and it's needed to talk about it, especially in this day and age. When I believe that our generation is tending towards nihilism way more than really any other generation, which interests me and surprises me because we live in one of the most prosperous societies and one of the most bountiful societies in human history. Yet we feel as if life has no meaning. And there's lots of reasons I believe this is the case. However, I wanted to talk today about it to you and how you can avoid it. This religion of nothingness, as I like to call it, and hopefully you can take away something from today. And I'm going to say two things before we start this video. First, please don't judge me on a less serious note. Please don't judge me because I'm wearing a Hakuna Matata shirt and Harry Potter pajamas. But it is what it is. I'm a grown man. Oh well, right? And yeah, so, and don't think that my opinion matters any less just because I'm wearing this, okay? Anyway, on to the second thing, and this is much more of a deeper point of view. When I speak of nihilism, I do not speak of the people in this world, the millions of people in this world that suffer from depression and mental issues or mental problems of any kind, because those are people that need to be helped, and those are people that need to be treated, and anything we can do to help them is necessary and needed. And if you need any help, I am not a professional. However, if you do need any help, I can help in any way I can. And just remember, just to contact me, and my social media accounts linked in my about page, my YouTube account. And I am speaking of the people who act as if they're intellectuals, quasi-intellectuals, who see the world as nothing but just these random events, and there's no such thing as values, no such thing as meaning, no such thing as purpose, and life is pointless, in other words, is what they believe. And they don't believe in moral principles, religious principles, or for that matter, in my opinion, really anything. That's why I call it the religion of nothingness. And nihilism can be defined in that way, a viewpoint of the world in which you look at the world, as I just said, without meaning, and also, not only that, but in a very pessimistic light, seeing the bad in everything that you look at. And it's a terrible way to look at the world, terrible, and in my opinion, in some ways, reprehensible. It's like, it makes no sense, because we all know life is hard. Life is hard. Life is tragic. There's lots of suffering that happens in life. And who would you rather be? Would you rather be the quasi-hyper-intellectual person who's moping around in his ivory tower, once again, one of the most prosperous societies in human history, saying life is worth nothing, and it's by chance that we're living here, and there's no solid foundation to anything that we believe in, all these other different bad viewpoints? Or would you rather be the person who wakes up every day and lives life to the fullest, sees the world very optimistically, and finds meaning in the different things that they do? I'll take the latter any day of the week. Thank you very much. And it's a shame that I actually have some friends, but I'm more so specifically referring to people who are more well known. Those people who are parts of academia and other different things like that. I'm criticizing them for their their opinions and how and you can have your opinions, right? That's what's so great about this country and well this world that we live in today, and in many places around the world that protect freedom of speech, but specifically I'm referring to this country, and it allows you to express opinions, and I'm a wholehearted believer in all men are created equal, but not all opinions are created equal. Um, and I know that kind of sounds like an elitist point of looking at things, but um, it I feel like there are definitely some opinions that are objectively, across the board without looking at it from a relativist point of view, um, in that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But looking at it very objectively, there are some opinions that I feel as if are across the board um, considered to be better. Um, Now, with that being said, I will fight, and I can't remember specifically who said this, but I will fight and die, even though I disagree with what you say, for your right to speak. And these people who have this very dark and negative view of the world, they should be debated. You should have discussions with them, um, and hopefully you can show them what purpose is. But it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to address that to all, to all of my followers and all of my subscribers, and even beyond. How how nihilistic and pessimistic some people can be, um, and how that can lead to the destruction of not only your personal life but also the lives of many, and the destruction of all foundations of several institutions that we hold dear, because we need those things. We need a purpose as humans, and I believe that meaning is the most important thing that you can strive for. Happiness is great, but happiness can be very expedient. It can be something that can be thrown away very easily, very easily. I have spoken to people and studied many different time periods and many different peoples that you can tell they were miserable, and they were not happy. However, they led meaningful lives, at least according to them, and that's what's truly important. Um, Now, onto the second part: how can you find meaning? That's a difficult question to answer, because I believe that meaning can be something that's um, that can be found in many different ways. Some people find meaning through religion. Some people find meaning through family, friends, even sometimes their jobs. Uh, from my studies, at least, and also from the studies of Jordan Peterson, who I admire very much, I believe that one of the best ways to find meaning in this world is through adopting personal responsibility, for yourself, for your friends, for your family, and even responsibility that could better your community, and maybe even your nation, and maybe even the world, if you get to that point. And adopting that responsibility, or as you would say, adopting the responsibility of Atlas holding up the world. That was a very meaningful position that was taken, and that is, in my opinion, the most efficient way of finding what is meaningful. And you should, once again, not find what is expedient, something that is easily thrown away, but something that gives you the will to live, and to live every minute of your life to the fullest extent that you can. And once again, people who are nihilistic and people who believe that there's nothing greater in this world than just the average day events of people, and them being very well, having lots of skepticism about everyday life. It's quite depressing. It is, and it should be addressed to the fullest extent. And once again, people who suffer from depression and definitely have those nihilistic views, and people who aren't of sound mind and sound body, although the people who are intellectuals that claim to be of sound mind and body, it's highly debatable who are nihilistic. But people who suffer from depression, they should be taken care of, and those are people that are vulnerable, and hopefully we can come together to help them. And I have a high appreciation for people who help people with mental issues, because my mom is she's a nurse at a mental facility, and it plays a strong, it has a strong place in my heart. People who help those people, and we should protect the most vulnerable of us, and go away from nihilism. Adopt personal responsibility to find meaning in your life and live every minute of it. And that'll be all for today. Please subscribe to my channel. It would be really appreciated. Click that notification bell to stay up to date on all my most recent content. And remember, keep your head high. Take every single minute of your day, one moment at a time, and stay strong, especially in these trying times. And everyone, you have a great day. Bye-bye.